Alright, so what's going on, everybody? We gonna talk about something that I'm pretty sure is gonna upset a bunch of you as I say this, but allow me to preface what it is that I'm saying before y'all shut down. Alright, so we're all familiar at this point in time between the situation with Dana White and his wife. But if you're not, allow me just for a moment just to bring you up to speed so that you're caught up so that what I'm saying, or the question that I want to pose, makes a lot more sense given the context. Alright, so let's go. So Dana White and his wife Ann White, they've been married for approximately 26 years, 25 to 26 years roughly. They had a little bit of a physical altercation on New Year's Eve in the Cabo San Lucas nightclub. So it's reported, according to Dana, that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation. So the two of them, naturally, like you would expect them for, especially for someone of Dana White's status, they were located in the VIP section just above the dance floor, and that's where this whole situation took a bit of a turn. Now, if you've seen the video, you can tell that they're having some kind of a scuffle, maybe a quarrel, lover's quarrel, whichever. And in the video, you can make out the fact that she looked like if she was trying to pull away. Dana had gripped her hands, and then she reacted by slapping him in the face, and then he retaliated by hitting her back. Some friends jumped in, split the two of them up, and then the rest is history. Now we have this story that we have here.
That's it! I'm gonna slap you!
No, please!
Everyone has put in their opinion thus far. Everyone. I've heard comments all the way from you know, he was right for retaliating back. I've heard comments that say, in no case whatsoever should you ever retaliate in this kind of a manner to someone of the opposite sex. I've seen comments that say that he actually went pretty light on her. She deserved worse. And then of course I realized how toxic the entirety of the internet really is. Now I'm willing to allow the first statement, which basically states that in no case whatsoever is it ever appropriate for an individual, a man, to put his hands on a woman. Sure, I will grant you that. I have no problem with granting you that. Here's my only question after getting the full grasp of this story. I've seen this covered on many other different channels, and here's my only question: is that so true for the reverse? So if I'm willing to grant that there's no situation where it is okay for a man to put his hands on a woman, is the reverse then okay? Is it okay if a female keeps her hands to herself and does not put her hands on a man? In any situation, is that ever okay where she then not retaliates but even initiates? I'm not saying that she initiated in here, because it is quite clear that Dana did grip her hands. But that's my only question. I have no dog in this fight. But my question would be, if I grant that it is never okay for a man to put his hands on a woman, can I then use the flip side and say it is never okay for a woman to put her hands on a man? Is that fair? Is that at least fair? Is that a fair question to ask? I'm really gonna have to turn off the comment section on this one, aren't I? To follow along, Dana did say that whatever criticism comes his way, he deserves it, and deservingly so. You know, he knows that he messed up. Dude, you embarrassed your wife, man. You know, you messed up. Own it. There was one section about this that I had seen someone cover that I found strikingly interesting, which was the fact that there have been a number of reports of UFC fighters, which is, you know, Dana's field, that have fallen into this exact same situation, all the way down to Thiago Silva. I've even heard situations of guys like Chuck Liddell. Like, I'm not saying that this is a UFC issue, because that's simply a handful of guys in the realm of hundreds of fighters, maybe thousands of fighters all across the world, and you don't hear reports of that, so maybe it's something else. Roid rage, I don't know. But to my earlier question, if I can grant one, can I grant the other? Is that fair? Is that fair? If I can grant that it's wrong for one, can I grant that it's also wrong for the other? Or, because I would like to think that there isn't a double standard, right? But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what it is that you think. Whether you think Dana was wrong, whether you think his wife was wrong, or whether you think no, both of them were pretty wrong in this case. And if you've heard the other stories that follow along in regards to the other UFC fighters that have also gotten themselves into some problems and some scuffles, let me know what it is that you think about them, because I would like to think that this is not just a UFC issue. But I will see you guys again for the next one. That's all I got for now. Be easy.
That's it! I'm gonna slap you!
No, please!